I'm Frank. I'm with the ACLU of Maryland Transform Baltimore campaign and Baltimore Education Coalition. Thank you, Mary Pat, for having this today and pulling together short notice. And thanks, Brent, for coming in from South Carolina. He's spent some time with us on the phone. During Annapolis, during the session, we brought out over 1,000 people in some form or fashion to advocate for the block grant bill. This is House Bill 304, Senate Bill 533. It basically sets up a Greenville-like plan. And what they did was build 80 schools in 6 years. They couldn't do it with their $60 million that they had, and that's kind of what we have. We have about $60 million from the state and the city to upgrade our school buildings. With that kind of money, and with $2.4 billion in need, you're only able to take a Band-Aid approach and plug holes. So we're never going to get there under the current system. Brent and his colleagues in Greenville figured out a way that it could be done. They only had $60 million as well, but they used it to leverage large amounts up front so that they can build their schools first, save on the maintenance that would have occurred and the buildings continuing to fall apart over decades, and save on other costs such as the rising costs of construction and inflation in general. So they were able to cut out decades of accumulated interest inflation that would have occurred over those decades. Right now, the IAC, the Interagency Committee on School Construction, is studying the block grant bill that we had proposed and that we pushed hard for. The legislature is seeing so many advocates and our coalition turn out in great numbers, and seeing the support and the great need that we made visible in Annapolis did not kill the bill. There were a lot of people that thought it was too controversial. It was a different way of doing things, but we kept it alive and we kept them interested. So the legislature instead held the bill in committee, and now the IAC is studying this. And just this morning, Brent met with Dr. Lever and some of those in the work group studying this bill, and by the end of the meeting he said, this is legal, this can happen. It's a matter of political will, it's a matter of what the state decision makers want to do. So it's our job to really convince them that this is what they want to do, right? We can't have $2.4 billion in building deficiencies just crumbling around our schools, and we're around our children, and that's why we're in it, because of our children. It's part of education reform. And in doing the work, we realize this is really part of the city's future in general. We can't build a city, attract 10,000 residents, or keep families here with schools falling apart. Introduce Brent Jeffco. Thank you.